Hello, welcome back. If you have watched part 1 of this Excel tutorial series, you already know the basis of navigating Microsoft Excel. But today, in Excel tutorial for beginners part 2, we are going much deeper. By the end of this video, you will be able to format data professionally, use powerful formulas, sort and filter information, create charts, and even apply time-saving Excel shortcuts. If you are still watching this video, grab your computer, open up Excel, and follow along with me step by step. Don't click away because near the end, I will reveal my top Excel shortcut that will make you look like a pro instantly. So let's do a quick recap from part 1. In part 1, we learned how to enter data, how to move around the worksheet and save data, and we did little minor calculation. So today we are looking at the part 2. In this part 2, we are going much more deeper. We are going to learn more things concerning it. So the first thing you need to do is you open up your Excel just the way my own is opened. If you don't have Excel, install one or you download it. You open it. Once you open it, let's go. The practice has, let's start with here. The first thing you need to do is come to this place. You see sheet 1. You double click it. I want to rename this sheet. Let's rename it to part 2 practice. We are practicing Excel part 2. So you double click on it. Double click on this this place where you have the sheet 1. You double click on it. You can see it has been highlighted. So you type what you want to rename it to. So I want to rename it as part 2 Excel tutorial. So you can see this plus sign, which means if you want to add new one, you can see it highlighted as new sheet. If I want to add new sheet, I click on it, another sheet will open, but I want to work with this one sheet, which is this. So you can see it. So let me zoom. I want to zoom. Let me zoom. You can see this place. As you can see, look at my zoom here. I zoom, I can zoom out, I zoom in. The way you want it, you can see it. So I zoom it. As you can see, look at, I've zoomed it so that everything will look so bold. So what you need to do, good. So if you are still watching this video, just pause it, try to rename your sheet, then zoom. If you did it, just drop a comment below saying done, which means you are following with this tutorial. The first thing we are going to be looking at today is formatting of data. Let's format some data. The first thing let's put in some things. Let me say serial number. I come to this place, I say name. You go next, let me say phone number. Let me say the next one after the phone number, let's say item bought, item. Then we come here, we say after the item, let's say date of purchase, no, let's say cost price. Then we say quantity, total, date, no, before the two, okay, date of purchase, sorry, serial number, date of purchase, so these are some things that we want to work on. You can look at what I just typed. How does it look? It looks so scattered. It's not well arranged. So this is where data formatting comes in. Formatting of data in Excel, this is where it comes in. I want this my work to look so nice, in such a way that anybody that looks at it will say, oh, this work looks so good. What do I need to do? So you arrange it, you give it some styles. That is what data formatting. Look at it. If you can see this place, look at serial number. You can see the space is very much. You click on this place where you have this A, you click on this place. Once you take your cursor down to that place, it's going to change to plus sign. You drag it. Like here where I have name is always long, you can increase it. I come to phone number, you can actually double click on it, then it will space it, then you can drag it anyhow you want to do it. Then this is the date of purchase. Look at now, it looks a little bit better, right? So we are not done. Let's go back to this place, let's select it, let's increase, let's first of all change the font. The font here, let's say we are using Arial. You click on it, you can see, you increase it, you come here, you select, okay, let me say Arial is coming up now. The font, I change it to Arial. I change the size, let me say the size as 14. You can actually come here and select 14, or you can type it, or you click on this place, you type it 14, you click on enter. You see this icon, you can see this A that is big, it means increase font size. I can use this one to increase it, I can use this one to reduce it. You can see it. Then here is okay, then I can come here to name this thing that I'm working on. What am I working on? Let me say this is my customer info. Customer info. Customer info. So I come to this place, I make it bold, I make it italic, I can put underscore, underline. Then I come to this underline. Okay, let me say double underline. Look at it, it's now doubled. Then I come to this place, you see this one, that is for border. I click on this place, I say border, tick, make it as tick border. Look at it, it has added the border. So I come to this place, let me format this one. Let me say this place, I want the background color to be, let me say something like this. Then I want the text color, which text color to be, let me say green with green. No, look at it. And then another thing is, if you are working with it and you are doing the formatting, look at the colors you are selecting very well. Does it match with what you are doing? If it does not match, you change it, you change the color. You look for the color that suits. Like now that I put this background color, I have to look for the color that suits this background very well. If not, your work will not look good and presentable. Anybody that looks at your work will look at it like this work is coming from someone that is not matured in it. Is coming from someone that does not know what he or she is doing. That is one thing. So you can see this. I come to this place now, let me say I come here, look at it, it's still scattered. Let me arrange it. I arrange it. You can see the quantity, the date of purchase. Okay, this is it. Let me select, let me say I have about, let me select down to this side. Let's format here. I come here, I click here, I say put it all border, put border. How do you see it? It's a little bit okay, but I think this font size is very big. Let's reduce it to 12. I click on enter. So then this one, do I need to change the color? If I need to change the text color, I can come here and change my text color here. But if you don't want to change your text color, you can still leave the text color. Look at the text color here. So let's change this text color. No, the text color I just choose is not okay. Let me use yellow. It's not okay. I don't like the color. So you just play around with it. Okay, let me just use something like reds here. Okay, so this is it. This is how it comes out. You can see. So now serial number. Let me say my company is HIL. Then my customers, let me say this is, let me say customer number. You know, there are some that they have their customized number, like invoice number, something. How will I say it? Let me say it's customer number, just as I named it. Customer number, unique number. It's only that customer that has that number, no other person has it. Let me say this is called my customer number. Okay, let me say Hilda. So let me say 001. Look at what is going to happen here. You can see it. I want to autofill and give it 001, 002, 003. So I don't need to be typing it. You can just click here. Look at this arrow. You click on this place. You can see this place that has this dot sign. Click on it and drag down. Drag down. Drag down. Let me say, okay, you can see it. Hill 001, Hill 002, Hill 003, Hill 004. You can see it like this. It has given my customers their unique number. You can see it here. As you are dragging down, is dragging down by its own and giving it its own what? Each customer the what? The number. So let me say this person's name is Kenneth. Let's say the next person is called Joanne. We have Sarah. Let's say the next person we have Peter. Then we have James. Let's use this 5 people as an example. Let's just use this 5 people as an example. Phone number. Okay, let me type this phone number. Look at what will happen. As you can see, look at the first zero I wrote there, the thing wiped out. So I want it to come back. You come here, something. You can see these ones. This is how you want this, like this cell that I click on. How do I want it to be? I want it to be the center. Looking at it, you will see the difference here. I want it to come downward. Then alignment. How do you want it to align? Is it left alignment? Is it center alignment? Is it by your left hand side? Is it by your right hand side? Me, I like center. Look at it, is now center. That is for this one. So this we have done it, which is what? Merge center. You select everything. Once you select, that is for this one. You select what you want. You select it this way. Let me redo it. You click on merge center. Look at all this cell that you highlighted, even though it's 5 or 6, all of them will become one. All of them will become one. Then you type what you need there. You can see it. So let's do something on this text wrapping. Let me say this is my text wrapping. I'm typing something like, let me say, Joe. No, let me say customer information, customer full information. Okay, let me use something like this. Okay, you can see it. So what I need to do, look at where text wrapping comes in. You can see how it is in one line. But now I don't want it to be this way. I want it to break it down. I come to this place, I click on text wrap. Look at what happened. Look at what happened. You can see it, customer full information. Instead of being in one page, the thing has cut it into what? Into two the thing has now cut it. You can see it, customer full information, instead of being in one line, and the line will be so long, because if I drag it down like this, look at it, it will be so long. And then maybe what I want to type after typing it, let me say, is just the name of the customer, which is Ken Vincent. Let me say this is what I want to work on. You can see it just from here to here. But if this thing is from here to down to this side, it will look so, it will not look okay. So that is why, that is where text wrapping comes in. So you can make this one to come down for it to be in the same place, just the same alignment in where the name is. That is the essence of this text wrapping. So let's remove it. I just want to use it to show you something. Then now we are in this place, which is what we have, the general. If you click down here, you can click use here, or you click on this place that has number. This thing here is equivalent to this one. You can click on this number. Once you click on this number, you can see general. General is where we typed in. You can see the number. Look at number here. Okay, so what we are working with is the text. Look at the text here. So once I click on text, I want to change this thing, this phone number, so that anytime I type 0, it will come up. It will come out in the phone number. So you change it from here. You change it, this format cell. I told you that we are doing what? Data formatting. You click change this place from general, you change it to text. You click OK. So you click another place, go back to that place. Here I told you that is a formula bar. Just tap on it, you click, you type your 0. Look at it, it has come up. The 0 is now there. Then you click here. Let me say I want all these ones to have this same format, in the sense that anytime I type 0, it will show. I just click there. Look at this place that you have. You can see format painter. You click on format painter. Click on format painter. You hold down, then drag down to all the customers you want it to have the same thing. I click here. I type the 080. I type the phone number. As you can see, is now showing. But let me do Ctrl Z. Let me say I did not do I did not ask it to give it the same format. Look at what is going to happen. If I type the phone number again, you will see that the 0, no, the formula is still there. Okay, so the formula is still there. Okay, okay, so that is for it. If you click on the text, you come here, you click on 0, so it will enter. Then now let me say the item, we are still doing on what? Formatting the item. Let's say what I bought from this customer. Let me say what I sell is phone. Let me say I sold itel 20. I'm just this is not like real. I'm just like assumption. It's just like assumption. Then the cost price, let me say the cost price is 53,400 naira. The quantity is 2. So now look at it, we are still working on formatting of cell. You click here, you can see this place. Look at how the figure is. You can click here, look at this comma sign. Maybe you are just doing it in a hurry, you don't want to put the currency sign. You can just come here, you click on this comma. Look at it, it has given it comma already. But me, I don't want the comma. I want it, that is the accounting. You can see it has changed to accounting. But I don't need the accounting, I need the currency. Come here and show me the currency. I click on currency. Then you come to these symbols. You click on the symbols. You select, look for the one, like you can see dollar, you can see Bitcoin, you can see. So I'm looking for naira. Look at Naira. You can see Naira, Igbo, you can see Edo, you can see Hausa. I like using Igbo. You click on Igbo. How many decimal place do you want it to show? Like this one, you can see is in 2 decimal place. You can see 53,400.00. You know decimal place after point, the rest. So I don't want any decimal point. Let me say 0 decimal point. If I say 1 decimal point, you click OK. You can see these 2 0 have changed to 1. So now I say 0. I don't want any 1. You can see everything is out. Then now you can see it here. So this is formatting. Let's click on this place that has the date of purchase. You click here, date of purchase. Let me say, okay, let me type any date. Let me say 12/7/2025. Now, how do I want this to come up? I come here, or you can use this place. You click on date. How do you want it to show? Is it this way? Is it this way? How you want it? Like the day, let me say the day, the month, the year. Okay, look at it. That day that I selected is Sunday, December 7th, 2025. Look at it. It has given me the date. You have customized what? The date. So what time did the customer buy this thing? Let me say this customer bought it around 2 4.5. Okay, let me just type something like this. Okay, I come here, I click on this place, look at time, I click on time. So how do I want it? Look at the one I'm selecting, the first one. You can just use this 2, which means 1:30 a.m. You can see anything after 12, the next one is 13, which is 1. So I want it to come up like this, like 1:30:55 a.m. or p.m. I click on it, I click OK. Look at it. It's now telling me that the date I selected for this one is 2:04 by 2, 4 minutes past 2. This is the seconds. So let me say no, I want to change it. It's not by that time. Let me say it's by 10 a.m. Let me say 10. Sorry. Okay, look at it. By 10, look at it. It has changed to 10 a.m. 10 a.m. You can see it. When I typed it, I didn't put it a.m. But because I've come to this place and changed the format to what? I've changed the format to time. So it's not giving me either 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. So that is it. I'm just picking the ones that are very, very important. So that is what I'm working with. I'm not picking everything. I'm not showing you everything. But once you go around, you can see the currency. We have seen something, the accounting that just has that comma. Look at it here. Similar with the currency, the date, the time. So the fraction, you can see this one too. Look at it. So the one we are now, okay, let me go to percentage. Let me say I have percentage. Okay, then okay, let me come here, let me say percentage, let me say 70. I have 80%. The percentage of what this person bought. Let me say this my customer has target to buy. The target is, let me say this customer has targets. Let me say, let me reduce a little. Let me say the target is, let me remove this. Let me say the target is 500,000. And this customer achieved by the end of the month, she was able to buy up to 300,000. Okay, balance to go. You can see, let me see balance to go. So you can see this. let me just click on this place. I don't need to apply all these formulas and be applying. I click here, I just go to that place. Let me just apply this here so that I will not be typing I will not go and start changing the format. You know what I just did? You can try it by yourself. I went to this place, which is the what? Format painter. I click on it. I click on what, like this 500 that I already inputted in Naira. I click on it. So once my cell is highlighted there, I click on this format painter. I drag down to all the places that I want that same formats to be, the data formats to be. It will apply to it. That is what I just did. So this is for data formatting. So let's do little calculation. That is what, let's do what, little calculation. We have done the formatting. You can see formatting. This is just the way you format your cell to look like. Let me see, I still put this one as border. You can see it. So this is what, a little way of what, of formatting your this is the little way of formatting your data. So the next one, let's say formulas and functions. Let's look at some formulas and function. That is why I skipped some things here. So now let's go to the formula and function. Here, let's say, just as we said, the cost price is how much? 53,400. This customer bought 2 is equal to this times, okay. So for this one that is, we have, okay, let's first of all work with what? Multiplication. So now we have to say what? Equal to any formula. If you are working with a cell, if you are inputting any formula, anything, the first thing for you to do is to press on equal to. You click on this cell, which is this, times, you hold down your shift key, click on this 8, shift and 8, times the quantity, which is 2, you click on it, you click enter. 106,800. So now, okay, look at another thing. Let me say this achieved. I will now say I want anything that is in this total to be in this achieved. Look at what I'm going to do. I will just click equal to, I come to this place, I just say equal to, click on the place that is total, I click enter, which means anything that is here, should be duplicated here. As you see, it is already there. So that is it. Let me say I input for different customers. Let me just input some things for, let me say up to 5 customers. Oh, I did not do this. Click here, format. I want it to be the same thing. I don't want to be typing, to be going back to change it to text now and then. This is just what, shortcut. We just use that format painter. I put the phone number, any phone number. I'm just typing 070. Okay, let me say this is it. Let me say here I bought Techno Techno 300. You can see, look at what I'm going to do. You click here, you drag down the cost price. Should I reduce the zooming? The cost price, let me say this cost price is 80,000. This one bought 3. This is Samsung 105 5600, but 3 4. Okay, let me just drag down to save us some stress. And for the cost of this, let's drag down. Okay, this formula too, let me drag down. Let me apply the currency to all. Okay, you can see it. This is it. So let's come back here. Let's click here and say, you see we have inputted formula already, which is the cost price times what? The quantity. I click here. Check, look at this point. You point your cursor down to that place, it will change to plus sign. You drag down. We call it autofill in Excel. You autofill, which means you are telling it that it should what? Calculate the same thing for all these ones. No, this price is too much. Let's say 80,000. Okay, let's say this is now date of purchase, blah blah blah. So let me just autofill. Okay, the time, let me autofill to save time and stress. Okay, this is another place that we want to do calculation. We have done for, okay, we have done for multiplication. What have we not done? Okay, let me say for, okay, addition. Let's do for subtraction first. Let me say, okay, this I've already asked it that what is in total should be here. Now I autofill. What is in total is already here. Go back and check. Look at total here. You can see your total, you can see your achieved is the same thing. 240, 243, 360 is the same thing. So let me do for subtraction, that is minus, just as I said, equal to the target given to that customer minus what the customer achieved for the month. I click here. That is the target minus, let me go back, equal to target. You click on target, click on the minus sign, which is, look at it here. After your 0, you minus, you click here, you click on enter. So this is what? This is now the amount, the balance to go. Let me see, this one is 200,000. This one is 700,000. This one is 500,000. This one is 250,000. Okay. Then let's do something for addition. Let me say here will now be addition is equal to, you can use equal to sum, open brackets, sum, then you click on your tab. Let's say I want to sum this achieved and this balance to go. You can click on this achieved, click on this arrow, then you drag down, you click enter. 500,000. You can do it manually, you will see that it's still the same thing. But now I don't want to do it that way. I want it to be equal to, let me say equal to sum. You click on your tab, you just equal to, you type sum. Once you start typing, you will see it will come up. You click on your tab sign, tab on your keyboard, you click on the achieved, let me say comma. This is another way. Let me say, for example, what I want to add is not in the same place for me to like drag down. Like this one equal to sum. I click on the tab. Let me say I want to add this total, and let me say I want to add the total and the balance to go. Sorry, this total and this balance to go. You can see they are not in the same place. I don't need to drag down because of this date of purchase, time, and the rest. So I click here, you use the comma sign, then you click on balance to go. That is the one you want. You click on shift, close the bracket, then you click on enter. The same thing, it's the same word, 500,000, the same thing. So you cancel it. As you can see, I'm just showing you how to do what, no, Control Z. Let me say I'm just showing you how to do what, how you can do what, addition. So we have done addition, we have done subtraction. So let's do something like, let me say average. Let me say average Then now we say equal to average. Once you start typing, look at average. You click on what? On your tab sign. I click on this place. You can see I click on it. No, average. Let me use average for total. Okay, I can even use sum. Let me say total. The sum total of what I sold for that day. Total of what I sold for that day is equal to sum, open bracket, sorry, equal to sum. I sum all these things. You click on it. I can drag down because they are in the same place. You click on enter. That day I sold 1.2. So let me check average of what I sold for that day. Average of what I sold for that day is equal to average. Once you start typing, it will come up. You click on the tab sign. I click here, down. I drag down. I click enter. The average of what I sold that day is what? Is 259,440. You know how to calculate your average now. Let's say is equal to, you can use this method, or you can say this, your total divide by number of people you sold for that day. We sold for 5 people. Let's say divide by 5. Enter. You can see it's 259,440. It still the same thing. So let me say minimum. The lowest amount that I sold that day, lowest amount that I sold that day, minimum equal to minimum min, that is min. I open the bracket, you click here, minimum of what I sold that day, click on enter. You can see the minimum. Look at it. It's showing me that the lowest amount that I sold that day is 106,800 naira, sorry. So the maximum, that is the highest amount I sold for that day, let me say equal to max, open the bracket, you click here, how much is the highest amount that I sold for that day, you click on enter. You can see the highest amount, 400 and what, 422,400 naira, which is here. That is it for this one. We'll be talking about is what, working with data. So let's do some things here, like filter. I click here. I want to filter out for a customer. You see filter and sort and filter. You click here. You click on filter. It makes it easier for you to find. Let me say I have these informations here. Let me copy for easy. Let me copy some things for, so that I will not keep on typing. I will just change one or two things. Let me see it. Okay, let me come here and say I'm looking for, okay, look at this Sarah. I have two Sarah here, but I have two Sarahs here. You can see that each Sarah has its own unique code. Then let me sort by this code, or let me say I'm sorting by Sarah, but it has different names, different surname. Let me say this one is Sarah John, while this one is Sarah Ojo. Then now look at it, I'm looking for Sarah. What I need to do is I come to this, I've clicked on, selected it, I click on sort and filter. Then you come here, you click on this place. Look at it. For you to know that the sort and filter has already applied, you will see it will show you a drop down icon. Look at it here. So look at it. This is small, that is why everything is showing here. So I want to show you a method whereby you can get it easily. You click on this search bar, then you click on type on Sarah. So as you have typed on Sarah, what will happen is that Sarah will come up, all the names answering Sarah. So I have to identify if it's Sarah or Joe, depending on the Sarah I'm looking for. I will check the names that appeared there. So I will now click on the one that I need, that I know that I'm searching for. Then I will click on it. Once I click on it, you will now see that the one I need, look at the one I need, which has already come up, which is Sarah Ojo. You can see Sarah Ojo here. This is the one that I need. It's now showing me the information for only Sarah Ojo, no longer all the whole Sarah. So let's go back. Now what I want to do is find and replace. You can see me, I click on find and replace. As you click on find and replace, which name do I want to find and replace? I have to choose a name. For example, let me say this Sarah. That is the name I want to find and replace, which means I want to remove this Sarah Ojo. Then I will now replace which is another name. Let's say another person have taken over the shop. So I want to change all the information from the name of this Sarah Ojo to another customer's name. So what I need to do now is to what? Click on that find and replace. Once I click on the find and replace, I will now go to where I have the find. So I will go to where I click on the find and replace. Look at it here. Okay, this is the find and replace. Once I click on it, under the find, I'm looking for, I'm using these gems. I will now type the gems there. Then I go to the other one, which is the replace. Which name am I replacing it with? Then I type the name that I'm replacing it with. After typing the name that I'm replacing it with, automatically it's going to show me the name there that I replaced it with. Then it will now replace it automatically. That is how to do your find and replace. You replace with the new customer, the new information that you want to replace it with. That is for find and replace. You can see it, the name has already changed. It has changed already. So, but it looks as if you didn't see it very well. Let me highlight it, the one that I want to. Let me change another one. Let me change these gems. I've changed these gems. I've clicked on it. Look at it there. So I'll have to go back to the find and replace so that you can see it very well. You can take cognizance of what I'm doing. So I click on the find and replace. Under the find, I still type which is gems. I go down and under the replace, which name do I want to replace it with? Let me say I'm replacing it with Lillian. Just be looking at that place where is highlighted yellow. As I type the Lillian, then what I need to do is to what? I click on enter. I click OK. Look at it. The name has now changed from James to Lillian. The name has now changed from James to Lillian. You can see the Lillian, you can see the name that is there. It have already changed. It's no longer James that is there. Now is now Lillian. So still with this, let's just do something like, okay, let me say I have students. Let me copy these names for us not to start typing all over again. I paste it. This is the name of my students. Let me say these students, we have maths, we have English, okay. Let me say we have let me just biology. Let me work with these three. Let me say this one, this person scored, let me just give a random figure, 50, 40, 90, 70, 35, 85, 86, 75, 86, 75, 54, 20. Okay, let me just work with this one. So this is mass. So this is the subject. Let me say now I want all, look at what I want to do. Look at what I want to work with this. which is what? Conditional formatting. Let me just do little tune on this conditional formatting. You select it. If you select the customers, look at something here. Let me show you something first. Do you know that actually, like this thing that we just did, instead of dragging up and down, you can freeze it. I click on this place. Let me click on this. Then you come to this place, view. You click on view. As you click on view, you see freeze panel. I can click on freeze panel. Freeze panel. It's asking you, look at it, look at the arrows. It's asking you, where do you want to freeze? Is it the panel, or the one that is highlighted, or the up, or the first column? You select the one you want to freeze. Look at the one I want to freeze here. So now I drag down. Look at, I freeze. Look at it. If I click on freeze, it has freezed. Look at it here. If you look at what happened, I clicked here for it to freeze it. It has freezed it. Look at the line there. You can see the names now. As it's going, the names are going, but the code is not going. You can see it. You can see. I can actually drag down and see everything I need in a glance. You can see the freezing. This is how the freezing works. I've freezed it. So Ctrl Z. Let me say this is now the subject. Look at what I want to do for conditional formatting. I select all. Home. I'm going back to home. There are a lot of things to learn in this Excel. We can't even finish it one day. We can't even finish it one day. So let me click here. Then, as I've selected it, come here, click on conditional formatting. I'm applying new rule. Conditional formatting. You click on new rule. It's coming up. Format only cell that contains. I click this one. That is the second one. I click on it. Okay, now I said cell value between. I want to let it. I'm giving it a command that any student, let's say our cutoff is 70. Anybody that scores 70 and above, which means it's pass, you should highlight it as green. Then anybody that scores below 70, which means is fail, you should highlight it as red. Then now let's go. I will first of all choose, I can choose greater than or equal to. Greater than or equal to. I come here. Greater than or equal to 70, just the one I said. You see this format. I click on format. I click here. I say what is it going to do? I come here and say click here. You should change it to green color. Change it to green color. Then I click OK. Okay. Look at all the ones that is 70 and above. It has selected it, changed the color to what? To green. Then I still go there, give it another command, new rule. So now I'm going to tell you that anyone that is below 70%, I liked it as red. The first one is above 70, greater than or equal to 70. So this one will be less than 70. Anything that is less than 70, you should highlight it as red. Less than 70 is our less than. Yeah. Less than 70. You should change it. Less than 70. So let me say now I don't want it to change. I don't want it to change the I don't want it to change the color, but I want it to change the font color, that is the text color. I will come here and say the text color should be red. not the fill color but the test color. I just want to do something different from the first one I did. It should be red. Then I click OK. I click OK. Then look at it. Here it is. All the ones that, look at it, 50, 40, 35, 54, 20, because it's not up to 70, it has highlighted it as red. But the one that is above 70, it has changed it to what? To green, which means those people passed. You can see which is mass. That is for conditional formatting. Here you give it like what you want it to be, to do. Here you can manage the row, where you go back to that place, you change one or two things. Maybe I want to change it now is another subject, then I want it, or is the same subject but they increase the cutoff mark to 75 or 80. So I can go there, I can click on manage rule. Once you click on manage rule, you will see the ones that you have already done before, so you can edit it. So if you check on the ones you have done before, look at it, you can see edit rule. This is new rule. My system is hanging. You can click on edit rule. So you edit. Once you click on edit rule, you can edit from there. You can edit from that place. That is for what? Conditional formatting. So let's go to the next one. Okay, so let's do for division and percentage. I skipped that, I forgot, so let's do it now. Let's put it in real percentages. Is equal to achievement divided by the target. You click on enter. This is 0 point. You drag down. I want it to do it for all or to fail. Then you see here that there is percentage. I can click on this place that there is percentage here. This percentage sign. I click on it. Here it is. So this person bought 21%. 21%, this one 120%. You can see the target is 200, the person bought 240. That is why is this 120%, but more than 100%. So this is how to put it in percentage. Let's insert charts. Let's do something like inserting of charts. Let's use the name. And let's say the amount. I select it. I hold down the Control Shift to select the two things that I want. So I come to this place now. You click on insert. As you click on insert, look at the charts here. Look at the charts here. I'm using pie chart. Let me say I'm using pie chart. I click on it. Look at the one I want. I click on the pie chart. So that is for that. You can do for this one too. You can do it for insert. You can do for bar chart. You can do for pie chart. So anyone that you want to do. So you can use it and play around with it. So you can do it. You can see this. This is another one. This is the one we just did for this mass and the scores. Look at how it came out. So this is it. You can see it. This is it. This is how it came out. You can see this. You can see this. This is what is pilot area. This is what the pie chart. We have done this one. We have done the pie chart. We have done the pie chart. So it's Control C, copy. Control V, you have the paste. You have Control X, which is the cut. And another thing, you can hold on Control. Let me say Control. You use the arrow sign down. You hold the Control and Shift. You use the Control sign to bring down what you need to select all, but you can see it. So I click here. Maybe I want to select everything. Click the Control, click Shift and press enter. Everything will come up. This is a shortcut. Thank you very much. Now you just completed the Excel tutorial for beginners part 2. Today you have learned formatting, formulas, data handling, charts and shortcuts. Remember, the best way to learn Excel is to practice, Practice and practice. If you leave Excel for one day, Excel will leave you for 1 month. Practice, practice Excel. Check out for part 3, where we will dive into advanced formulas and pivot table. If you found this video useful, please like, share and subscribe so more people can learn Excel with us. And tell me in the comment section which Excel trick was your favorite today. Thank you for watching. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel.